Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's Birds of for the podcast with your boy Q City. We gonna talk about these Hawks. It's a live react for the Hawks and Cavs game. So, lost to the Cavs. Both came in the game 3-3. We're leaving 3-4. Then 4-3. 117 to 109. Um, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Didn't think this game was terrible, right? So this is our third game without Trey, but it's kind of our first game with knowing Trey's full diagnosis of like, yeah, he's going to be out at least 4 weeks. What does the offense look like? What does the starting lineup look like? What's the lineup down the stretch? I think we started to get some answers for that today. So first things first, starting lineup looks like Nah, uh, Jalen, Reese, Zingis, and Daniels are going to be basically the starting lineup, right? If you listen to me, I said Reese needs to be right around 22 minutes. He's at 24. Jalen needs to be the hub of the offense. He's at 35. He was 23, 5, and 13. Porzingis is cool. He stayed up under 30 today. I thought he would actually be a little bit higher, but no, it is what it is. We play Nah a lot. We play Dyson a lot. They gave 18 to 16 respectfully. Gay didn't play as much as I thought he would, but I understood it because Luke Kennard took a lion's share of minutes. He took 32 minutes, but those 15 points that he had was really needed. Big O out there for 26 minutes. That's a lot. 7, 2, and 5. He seemed a bit more impactful. Excuse me, y'all. But we played 9 guys today. Veet got in there, played a good bit of minutes. What does this offense look like with Jalen as the driving force of the offense? I think was kind of the question tonight. He handled the ball. He had a high usage percentage. I haven't looked up like usage stats or anything like that. For the most part, the offense looked really varied. Took advantage of his passing ability. Reese looked better, and I know, y'all like, dog, is this just a Reese Shed podcast or is it a Hoss podcast? He's a number one overall pick, right? I don't want him to be a bust. I don't want him to, not fulfill his potential. And I know you're sitting here, you're like 8, 5, and 2. What potential? Like, first off, 5 assists, very nice. 5 assists in 24 minutes is really good. He had a gimme one on a fast break where Nah got the basket up under the rim. Nah got the ball up under the rim, threw it outlet to him, and he kind of just scooped it to whoever was down there. It was maybe Dyson or no. Dyson got it up under the rim, and he like scooped past it to Nah. He had a really good one where he drove in through across the court to Luke Kennard. But yeah, he was passing the ball. He was active in cutting today. Looked really, really comfortable cutting. He still looked a little lost defensively today. I'm not really sure what that was about because he's had really good moments defensively, right? And his shot just wasn't there. I'm not sure if his offhand is bothering him. He has the cast on that one. Zingis he's big. He could shoot over the top of people. He didn't have a good percentage today. What I really wanted to talk about was the third quarter. So we go into halftime 52 to 50, right? Was it 52 to 50? Yeah, 52 to 50. And to be honest, we really could have had a bit more. But we go in 52-50. We come out in the third quarter, immediately allow 7 points. It was a 5 or 7? Tone everything down. If you look at it quarter by quarter, we allowed 31, 19, and then 28. So second and third quarters, like average there is, what's that, 47 divided by 2, 23 points, 23 and a half points. That's really, really good holding that to a quarter over a game that's under 100 points. 39 in the fourth. Granted, we scored 33, but 39 in the fourth was the killer. It was a killer. But mainly the third quarter, we allowed 28, but we scored 24. That's, to be honest, we really could have scored 27, because of that late foul, was called off as a 3. But like that is what I wanted to see. And I know, oh, we got outscored, but like, no, we had a run at the end of the quarter, which ended up being 11-0 instead of 14-0. Ended up being 11-0 because at that point, was that 28-13? Those are what the fourth quarters have been like. We didn't win the third, or that's what the third quarters have been like this year. We didn't win the third quarter, but we were respectable in the third quarter, put ourselves in a position to have a good fourth quarter. Game kind of got away from us. Actually, no. We were neck and tied for a good bit of it. We took a 2-point lead with like 4 minutes left. And then from there, it kind of just went downhill. Late game situation, ball handling. I feel like when that's going to be a kicker. That's what you need Trey for. I know a lot of people, I don't like us losing, but I feel like a lot of the narrative surrounding Trey is woefully unfair, right? And it's easy to point when we have a free flowing offense or an efficient offense, or guys are having bigger games. It's very easy to just say, "Oh, Trey's the reason why this person isn't going off. Trey's the reason why this person isn't living up to their potential." And usually that's not the case. If you're watching the games, they're running a different offense. They're running really high post stuff. They're getting Porzingis instead of at the from the free throw extended. They're getting him in the wing, or they're getting him exclusively in the post. And they're not really overly running plays for him. For Trey, you saw a lot of pick and pops with him at the 3. We took an embarrassingly low number of threes compared to the Cavs, who put up a bunch of threes. We took 23 tonight. They took 57, right? And they hit 20 of them. So like that's 35%. We hit 50 from the field, but like threes be twos. You know what I'm saying? We 6 for 23. We're not Boston. We're not Boston. We're not the Cavs. We're not going to put up 45, 50, 57 threes. That's bananas. Like, that's just not our game. And I don't think we have the scorers to do it, but, Mitchell scored 37. Mitchell kind of always has huge games waiting for Quinn. This old coach, and he just decided, like, bruh, I'm finna have it out for you. Luke Kennard, who I've had a lot of smoke for early in the season, looks to be finding his groove. I hope that he keeps that. Once Trey comes back and is a focal point in the offense, right? Like, with him not being one right now, it's very, very easy for Luke to kind of find his rhythm with people around. Jalen does a great job of finding him. He works well off offensive rebounds. We were real gritty on the offensive boards tonight. On the defensive boards, that's where we kind of needed some help. That it was real frustrating to watch Atlanta consistently play 23 seconds of good defense, and the Cavs get bailed out by a big 3, or them not secure the rebound, and the Cavs hit a 3 off the rebound, right? And sometimes it wasn't even a 3. Sometimes it was just like a bounce out 2 or 3, and then, someone cutting in behind that. So, like, there was one sequence where I think it was Wade missed a 3, bounced out. It got Lonzo tapped it out. It hit Mitchell. Mitchell then just did a quick touch pass into Mobley, and those type of situations really, it's kind of disheartening. It's kind of frustrating, because it's like, man, y'all played good defense and y'all held them doing exactly what you needed to do, but then the defense isn't able to secure the rebound in the possession and get started on the offense. They didn't have a go-go type of frame. Their pace wasn't super high, but I think they moved at a decent pace for the game, and they kind of hid the fact that they struggle a bit in the half court. Cleveland was able to slow it down toward the end of the game and force us into multiple half court possessions, which ended in a lot of turnovers, as you saw at the beginning of the game. Then we started the game with 3 straight turnovers, 7 points, and then they, called a timeout. But I know in the first half we were at like 13 turnovers. Cleaned it up in the second half, and they were able to, get a lead for a little minute, play it very close, but ultimately weren't able to bring it home. This is life without Trey, right? Like we have to find a way to consistently get offense. It looks like that's going to be the case. We have got to put up more threes. We're pretty low on threes right now, so we've got to put up some more threes. See what that looks like. So we're out. We're on to Tuesday night versus the Magic at home. This is a pretty light week, so we'll do Tuesday versus the Magic, and then we have Friday Raptors and then Saturday Lakers on a back-to-back. But I'm not going to talk about them until the pod on Thursday, because that's when the Hawks pod always drops. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for listening. Follow us at BOAF Media on all social platforms. It's been your boy Q City, and I'm out. Peace.